Good evening. I'm Penny McPhee, the president of the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. I'm pleased to welcome you to tonight's program, The Good Fight. We're partnering tonight with the Anti-Defamation League to bring you an update on the escalation of hate in America, the many forms that it's taking, and most importantly, to offer some solutions.
For over the past 3 or 4 decades that the ADL has been recording this, never once, never a single time has there been a reported incident of anti-Semitism in all 50 states, but there was in calendar year 2017. There was a 94% increase in anti-Semitism from the numbers that we recorded in 2016 in K through 12 classrooms across the United States. Jews are by far not the only victim to hate, bigotry, and xenophobia. According to the FBI data in 2016, the largest single increase in religiously motivated violence was against Muslim Americans in this country, a 19% increase again from 2015. And race-based crimes are the most numerous that we see in America today, with more than 50% of race-based crimes being directed at African Americans or those who are perceived to be African Americans by people who are bigoted or racist.
When the ADL was started back in 1913, yes, it was started out as an organization that was meant to fight for everybody, not just Jews. And the idea was that we're all linked, that, we're all brothers and sisters. And if you defend one, you must defend all.
I fell in love with the ADL in 2013 when they took a visit to my South DeKalb County High School. And they showed me that everything that's in this pamphlet right here was exactly what they were doing. They came to our classroom and they wanted to talk to us about cyberbullying and bullying from its root. They wanted to talk to the students who were being bullied, and they wanted to talk to the students that were doing the bullying. And what they did was they taught us that bias and bullying, name calling, and anything that you can find in these elementary, middle, and even high schools, they taught me that those were the things that lead to the race relations that we're dealing with in our country, and even to things as large as genocide.
When I work with people, because I've for the last 15 or 16 years helped pull people out of hate groups and hateful ideologies, and I treat them as if they were me at 14. Because I really do believe in treating the child and not the monster. I wish that a baseball coach or a football coach or a teacher or somebody in my community had seen that I was lonely and angry and acting out for attention at first, because like you said, I was not born racist. In fact, I was the opposite. My parents were also immigrants who came from Italy. And it wasn't a way that I was raised, so I did learn it. And I learned it because I wanted to belong. That was what was more important. I've helped over 120 people leave hate groups, and every single one of them will tell you that the reason that they joined or became involved was because they were looking for acceptance. I used to think that vulnerability was a weakness, and I've come to learn over the last 20 years that vulnerability is actually my greatest strength. And understanding empathy, and I think that's what we're talking about, the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand what they're dealing with. And I guarantee you, everybody here in this room is dealing with something that nobody else knows about, that we're all keeping this secret. And I think that for these young people who are vulnerable, who might feel marginalized or bullied, it is our duty to be vulnerable to them, to show them that we can be vulnerable so that they can feel allowed to be vulnerable too.